The present problem is of GATE 2007. It is on BJT circuits and it's of 2 marks. I'll read out the problem first. For the BJT circuit shown, assume that beta of the transistor is very large and VB is 0.7 volts. The mode of operation of the BJT is, there are 4 options here. The first is cutoff, saturation, normal active and reverse active. So in this problem the BJT in a circuit is given, and we have to find out in which mode of operation the BJT is operating in this circuit. Here it's given that beta is very large, and if the beta is very large, the base current is nearly 0, and that means the emitter current would be nearly equal to IC, the collector current. And here before we ascertain that which mode the transistor is, BJT is, we assume here in this circuit that BJT is in the active mode. This is just as an assumption that BJT is in the active mode. So what we do is we apply a KVL to the base emitter loop. This base emitter loop, we apply KVL, and here this means if you apply in this loop, this 2 volts minus this VB 0.7 volts, this VB is 0.7 volts given. This is equal to 1 kilo ohms into the emitter resistor. This drop would be in this direction. So this is, you find the value from this for IE, this value comes to be 1.3 milliamperes. The value is 1.3 milliamperes. Now what we do is here is to we'll try to find the value for IC saturation. That means if the transistor is in the saturation, what would be the value for IC saturation? In a saturation, when the transistor is in saturation, the value for VCE is about 0.2 volts. So we can apply this and find the IC saturation value, that is 10 volts minus 0.2 is the VC voltage divided by 1 kilo ohms plus 10 kilo ohms. This gives about 0.9 milliamperes. So what we find here, the IB saturation, that means if the transistor is in saturation, its current would be about 0.9 milliamperes. But we have already calculated the value for the collector current, which is about 1.3 milliamperes. So this current value, the collector current value in this circuit for the transistor is 1.3 milliamperes, which is larger than the saturation value. So this indicates that the transistor is in saturation. So the mode of operation for the transistor in this circuit is the saturation mode, and that is this is option B is the correct choice here. Thank you.